Hey y'all, Mangsosing Tipak Long here with Dangang Gong Food. Today we're going to do a little bit of Sinawali or double infinity striking out of the Filipino martial arts system. Shout out to Baez Tres Manos, Kalisi Lakon Tao, hosted by Grand Maestro John Baez. I'll do a shout out in the bottom. We're just going to talk about the transference of using things from stick to knife to hand. This is actually a video from my nephew, Dominic, so here you go. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're familiar with it at all, you know that this is your basic stance that you're going to start from. You're not always going to have two sticks versus one knife. You're not always going to have two knives versus one knife. This is just to explain and articulate the technique properly. Alright, so typically you're going to see me using what I call a wiper blade. I know obviously we strike or slice, but you will see a wiper blade in my opinion, and if you see my daily practices, I will explain a wiper blade. But the wiper blade is a lot more versatile and a quick reaction, so let's go ahead and get started. So, stab in. 1, 2, 3. The other way to do this, when you look at it, to say something in your head like a mantra, stab in, weapon, arm, neck. Okay? And even if you're going for a downward slice, the wiper blade is still effective because you're like, what if he slices and doesn't stab? So, go for it. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we're going to switch to knives. Same technique, no difference. The only thing is, you're not going to check a weapon. This isn't a movie. Don't think you're going to stop a 3 or 4 inch blade with a 3 or 4 inch blade, because I'm sure some people can, and it happens. But you don't want to plan this high anxiety, high nervousness moment. I'm going to do this amazing, focused, meticulous feat with this scared, dangerous person swinging a blade. Once again, it's not impossible. It's just more realistic this way. All right, so stab in. Slice, slice, slice. And stay there for 1 second. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm slicing the tendons across the back of the wrist to take away his ability to use the knife. Then slicing the tendon right above his elbow. And then going for the neck. You don't have to go for the neck. You can go for the temporal artery. You can go for the forehead artery. You can go for the philtrum. Any of the other nerves. You can even go for the brachial plexus and take away function of that whole side. So we're going to do this one more time. Stab in. 1, wrist. 2, elbow. 3. And obviously don't accentuate. I'm opening up my movements so you can see I'm going to do it one more time a little quicker. 7, 1, 2, 3. I don't want to hit my partner helping me out here. Lastly, we're going to do an open hand version of this. Once again, I'll be using the wiper blade and going from what you would, in a full position, you're going to go from here. I'm doing hands down because you're not always going to be ready. It's good to practice both ready and not ready positions. So go ahead and punch in. 1, 2, 3. And you can't see me blasting the head, but you can ensure that I am. We're going to do it one more time. Good, punch in. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so there's your 3-part double Sinawali, double infinity strike, done with stick, i.e. sword, and knife in hand. Any questions, leave in the comments. Thank you for stopping by. Like I said, I will do a more complete stick fighting video in the future shortly. Peace and blessings.